So previously last week, we spoke about on how I wanted to hit these levels, and we hit it pretty much to the dime. Maybe a few ticks underneath, but I mean, we nailed that pretty well to where we can probably consider start to go long again. We are still in this bearish downtrend though from this high. So um, this trend, I don't, I don't really see us going much higher until we break this. Okay. Short term, you can go from like here down to here and see if you can break out, right? Something like that. If you can break out of this overnight and then hold this and then look for a higher point, maybe in this area here from the last few days, because you don't want you go back too far. It's just too clouded for judgment, right? So maybe something like right here, probably from here, I would consider a good spot. Something like that in this area. Just because this was previous support, now it's acting like resistance. And now I kind of just want to see something in this area to retest these highs of the previous day and then look for a rejection back down to these lows to possibly go long again. It's definitely going to be tricky. This is all in the 1 hour time frame. For the whole week, though, it's just kind of been, was it Sunday here? It's just been in one big consolidation. We had one good pump up on Monday. That was it. I got stopped out pretty quickly on it on that day, and then I didn't trade rest of the week because this is not what I want to do. I want to see something like this. I don't want to see this. This is a good move too. Kind of a nice trend down on Thursday. I guess it just depends on what kind of market you're in. Let me see what else. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, we're just still in this downtrend over the past week, and honestly, for quite some time, for long since June. So at the end of June, roughly, we've just been in this downtrend, and we just have not been getting anywhere with it. So until we can break these previous week highs, I just don't see us going into a bullish to possibly take out these July 15th highs. We have to break the weekly highs, right? So if we pull this up right here, all right, previous week highs, this will be from, because Sunday has to open up first for this to shift down. Okay. This is the monthly open though, up here. So we have a lot of room to move. It's 1,000 points almost. I mean, we've seen the market dump 700 points in a day, 600 points, so that we could easily retain that back in a few days, easily. So, um, I know there's news with the war that's completely taken a turn on everything. No news on Monday, as you see here. We'll just show up the calendar for the forex here. All of our folder events, big week on Wednesday. uh, on July 29th. We have on Monday. I know they're having stock futures contracts that are coming out. I don't know much about it, but we'll see when that all opens up. I'm not touching it until I can understand it more and what's going on with that. So here it says 33 minutes ago, Iran threatens response to Ukraine attack on its ship in Caspian Sea. So Iran holds attack as long as U.S. maintains latest pulse. Pause. So that was 2 hours ago. Ukraine strikes Iranian vessel. Right. So now Ukraine's is getting involved. I guess. Let me see. Iran holds attacks. Yeah. So that's the big headline, right? So we'll see, we may see a pump coming in. We may see a pump going into Monday, Sunday night to possibly test these levels of the previous day high. And then if we can hold that and get above it, and London is pretty strong, we can obviously look for longs in this area here for a short. I mean, as in a sell, like long here. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. Is this? We pump, come back down, go back up, break, some type of resistance here, come back these, and then go long for the highs. But other than that, I don't think I'm going to trade until we can break above this block, because the market pays you for being patient, not for you trading, and that's the only way you're going to get out. I've done a few practice over the month of July and a few other months, so replay trade in on the 1 hour time frame, just because I can't always look at the charts. I need to get away from it and just let the play run. So I've been getting really good at these zones, at like finding these supports and resistance, and like with knowing where to stop my loss. Like I'm not. It's not like for me, like right now. Let's say I do a sell, right? My stop loss will probably be above here, something like that, right? At this support. To hopefully looking for a rejection back down. The stop loss are pretty big. It's like $200-300, sometimes 100 and some change, and but that's just on a 1 hour time frame. That's why those are so big. If I'm taking $40 a loss every day for a week, that's 4, 8, 12, 16, 180 roughly, right? Depending on how big my losses are, I can get up to $200 a loss a day. I mean, in a week. So it's just, I think if I go in the longer time frames, take the bigger loss so I can take out these better areas on like support and resistance to have my stop loss wider, I can play better. But having it too tight is just a little bit, it's kind of like, you're pulling hairs at that point. So, like, for example, um, we put the stop loss here somewhere where there's a lot of support, like something like this. Like you see this big consolidation here, like here to here, right? If I really wanted to take my stop, I'll put my buy limit here, or my sell limit, and then put my stop loss above this volume area. So I probably would have thinned that up a bit, probably to about there, and then put my stop loss there, right? So for example, we'll add an order in, and then my TP will probably be back down to here, We're going into the sell. We'll probably be back down in this box, but realistically, am I holding that? No. I'm probably going to go to the body of these candles here, 300 points. And then at the end of that volume node, I'm taking about 133 bucks. That is if it goes up to here, right? So, but from the previous day, on Thursday, let's exit this out. We had this. Right. Boom. Now, at this point, you can put your order there and your stop loss at the end of that shoulder is 200 bucks. And then you can do, at the shoulder here. Boom. Right. So, I mean, I'm taking more risk, but I think it would be better for me um, to learn in on this trade. See how that kind of lines up back here too? Support, support. So I may even push this up to here and then have it maybe at that rotation above this candle. Because usually they'll put that to swing high. Right? But if I'm going at the swing high, I might as well print it. You see what I'm saying? Like it just makes more sense to do that. But we'll see. We'll see. The days will come. Be just be patient. Wait till the charts tell you something. We have to wait till this all calibrates because this was from last week's. This week, when this calibrates for Sunday's open, it would all shift down to here, right? Because this is the weekly high. But the monthly open would stay there. So then we have this big gap, right? So like even if we go to the previous week high, look how big this gap is. There's not a lot of volume, right? Previous week, boom. There's a lot of. This is a lot right here. We could find resistance here again for a potential short. But as how many times this has hit it, it's less likely for it to come back down. It just depends how big the rally is and how much we've been consolidated down below. Like if we're doing a little consolidation here and then we come back up, we may retest this and then finally break through. So this is kind of what we're looking at here with the volume chart. This is a little too much for me. I don't think it's smart to really trade these areas because you're just going to get eaten up. I want something more clean. This is too much for me, right? That's the MES. We'll take that out. We'll take the Russell out. And so do you guys understand what's happening here? It's too much. This is too much. This is how people got eaten up last week after this big drop. Why does this say previous week high? Wednesday. Sunday is here. Okay. Oh, I see. I see. That's right. I said I had to recalibrate. So we're kind of just hitting these areas. Look at this here, resistance, resistance, right here. It's a good pivot point there. Here, bodies, a lot of support here. A wick here is a support. And a little bit of there, right? You got a little bit of action going on there, right? So, only time will tell. So, one thing I want to look up is this. Let's go to futures. I don't know if they're going to have the single stock futures. So that comes out July 27th, which is tomorrow. So we'll find out everything about this full product suit and specs. It's going to be 55 contracts. Micros are 22. So contract size for the minis, I guess that's what they're going to call them, is 100. And then for the micros, it's 10 shares. Number of contracts is 22. Contract size. So it'd say 10 points. And then this is a dollar move. Quarterly contracts. Sweet. So, I mean, we could hold these for a long time. It's just like options, but without the so let's see what's in here. So for the micros, I want something small, right? So if we want to trade NVIDIA, I want to like the full price though. See right here. Okay. Oh, I guess it's not out yet. All right. Here's the quarterly open. We are obviously in a downtrend here. Boom. Boom. Right. NVIDIA is very liquid. Here's a quarterly open on the monthly open. We could retest these monthly opens. Probably take the low. And you probably want to go out to the 4 hour to the day if it's quarterly, right? Okay. Let's go down to here to these lows here. Something like that, right? Some type of structure of an uptrend. This is a downtrend. I'm getting a descending triangle here. And we'll probably look for something like this in these areas. Again, this is a good something like that, maybe. Maybe. I'm still learning how to do that. But yeah, this big zone here. We can take the volume profile from here all the way up. So we can look at these zones. very low volume node here. I'm not going to dig further into that. We'll put that to... So yeah, I'm just excited. We'll look at those later once things start to move. Let me see here. Let me see. Single stock futures. Let's just see if they have something. I don't think we're going to find it. Let me go back to NinjaTrader. Maybe there's something on there. I'm not finding it, so we'll find out. Oh, wait. Yeah, no. So we'll find out when the market opens up. Probably won't do anything until New York open. All right. Well, that's going to end today's video. It's kind of like my idea on what we're doing with the stocks. See the daily. It's pretty strong. If we lose that, I mean, look at this. It's going to be really hard for something to be supported. You can probably look here, here, but after that, you're touching this zone, 2600. Like I said before. Okay, so all right, that's it, guys. Have a good one. Take care. This is just where my mind's at, and we'll take it day by day. I don't really see much opportunity until we can break these, until we can come back down to test these levels again. All right, so come up here, retest, go long. That's my plan. So I'm not trying to take a long position here and then get clapped. So enjoy. Take care.